Are you ready for 9 unusual principles on how to make money again and again and again? So, if you're new here, my name is Joanna, and I have been an entrepreneur for 10 years now, and I have invested over 100,000 euros into my personal and business development, investing with worldwide renowned coaches, teachers, business trainers, mentors, investors, venture capitalists, like really learning from the best, making my own experiences, making my own mistakes, having had the privilege of helping over hundreds of people all over Europe to get to their next level. And now I am teaching the things that I've learned here with you. So today I want to share 9 success principles with you on how you can make money. And making money is always tied to serving people and helping other people solve their problems. So, the number one thing to help make you money and to help other people have a better life is clarity. Clarity on who you are, what you have to offer, what problem you're solving, and who you are helping this problem solve. Like, who is your target audience, customer, whatever you want to call it. So it's about clarity. And this is where I say this is the part where it also comes to personal development, knowing yourself, trusting yourself, learning yourself. Because many times, and this is also the route that I'm taking here on YouTube, and also for you to master an online business, is to ask yourself, what problem do you have and how can you solve it? Because most amazing business ideas actually come from solving your own problems first, right? There are so many examples out there, and the same thing goes for me. Like, I wanted to I knew that I was meant to be something great, right? But I had to solve many of my own problems first, and a lot of it comes through education. Okay, so learning about a specific topic, and sometimes that topic can be you, which is all connected to personal development and looking within, right? Studying human nature, your body, your mind, your psyche, your spirituality. Okay, but let's keep it business focused. So, clarity. Clarity. Who are you? What are you capable to give? What problem are you serving or solving? And what is the customer? Who's the customer that you are serving? Okay, get clear on that. Crystal clear. Very important. Number two, and I feel that this is something that people don't talk about enough, is courage, right? So many people speak about confidence. Confidence is one of the C's in this array, in this arsenal of tools as well. But I think courage is a little underrepresented. But I believe, and that's true, you have to be courageous to step out onto this path, because courage, I love that word so much and the concept and everything behind it, because courage means core, right? Courage comes from the cœur, and cœur in French is the heart, right? So courage comes from, you have to have a brave heart in order to step out onto this quest, whether it be knowing yourself, like really getting to know who you are, can be a very daunting endeavor, because most people are not afraid of their greatness. Most people, or let's say most people are afraid of their shadow. Most people are afraid of their shadow. Most people are afraid of their potential, right? So I said people are afraid of their light. No, people are really afraid of getting to know themselves. Like, first, you have to go through a whole forest of darkness where you will find that you yourself, you're not a perfect human being too, like me neither, right? But then after like radically accepting yourself, also your flaws and all of that inside of you, you will come to a place of love, of potential, of gold, of full self-acceptance, which is the ultimate personal power, right? You accept your wholeness, the light and the dark. Number one, that takes a lot of courage. And number two, then facing other people, facing the world, and finding solutions and going out there takes a lot of courage, right? So if you are on that path, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are like finding ways, you are an entrepreneur, right? If you are solving problems, like you can see yourself as an entrepreneur because that's what it is. Like you're charting, you're heading out and charting on or what is it? Uncharted territory, right? Like you're going out and exploring. So with that, you need courage, number two. Number three, you need to create, right? So creativity. Creativity is self-generative. That means you are learning to rely on yourself. And creativity is not only, you can call it an art. I love it. I see myself as an artist too. Art and science is basically the same for me. And also entrepreneurship and being an artist is both creativity, right? So creativity is generating solutions, and it doesn't always have to be practical, right? Solutions for more beauty, solutions for more fun, solutions for innovation, right? Every time you think about how can something be made better, that's creativity and it's also innovation, right? So you will have to get creative. You will have to dare to bring something to the plate. You will have to dare to say, I think I can make that better. I can do it a little different, right? Many people are afraid, just like being here on YouTube. So many people are afraid to say, oh, like I am going to talk about business as well. I'm going to help people create and also a YouTube channel. I am going to help people to do whatever. While there are already so many people on YouTube or in any given field that are basically doing the same, but trusting in your creativity, trusting in your uniqueness, trusting in your personality, in your personal story, in your personal style, flavor, whatever, right? That is creativity. You've never been done before. So you step up and dare to be creative, and you yourself bringing something to the table is already creative. Okay, so number one, two, three. Number four is communication, right? In order to make money, as I said, make money, serve people, you have to communicate. You have to communicate what problem you are solving. So, for example, for me, the problem that I'm solving is helping creative entrepreneurs, especially Black and brown women, and also men who are leaning more into their feminine side, which is also creativity and compassion and all of those things. Look, compassion, I didn't even write that down, but it's also a feminine trait, let's say that, but really helping men who want to serve also step into their business powers. So I'm helping people make money by doing what they love with their skills and their energy and their uniqueness, right? So that's what I do. And I'm communicating what I am doing, and I am communicating to you what I want you to do as well in order for you to create your next stream of income, right? So it's all about communication. Like, again, it's about who you are, where you come from, what you're here to do, who you're helping, and what you're helping them with, right? Communication is also marketing, right? Sometimes people like confuse those big words with like some very complex concepts, but basically marketing, what I learned from one of my mentors is Marketing is messaging, right? So you have a message. If you want more help on that, that's exactly what I teach my students inside my community. So if you want more help on that, come inside my community. You find the link down in the description box below. And this is where we really get it going on, where I help you really unlock the potential inside the story that you already have, right? You already the money. You already have the money within you. Let's unlock that. Okay. So marketing is messaging. It's about you communicating your intention. Like, I want to help you make money by using your own story, your knowledge, your wisdom, your skills, and then also come on, choose a platform and communicate that, right? So it's all about communication. Like, I am transferring something into you that is basically communication so we can have the same mind. That's how I understand communication, because in the word communication, there's commune, right? It's like coming together. Okay, perfect. So number 5 is calm. Oh, is that an unusual one? Calm. Like, one thing also that I learned from one of my mentors is calm confidence. Like, I remember that and I will never forget that. Calm confidence, right? In the beginning of my journey, I also thought, because I am a natural performer, I love to put on a show as well. But I have come to, like, life has also broken me down. I mean, let me be real for a second here. This year has probably been the most challenging year of my life. I lost my dad. I was like unemployed. Business wasn't really working. Um, then I really hit rock bottom, right? Like, that happened. So I had to pick myself back up. I had to pick myself back up and and get going, right? But this is all part of the story, right? It is all part of the story. It is all part of authenticity. It's not about crying, but it's really about showing resilience, okay? But I am speaking about calm, and calm is a quality. Being calm is a quality. Calm is like consistent. Like, I'm going to talk about consistency as well. But calm is consistent. Calm is not this like high and low, high and low. Like, first you take it all the way to the moon and then you crash. No, it's calm. It's calm confidence. You listen, you stay cool, you get not too heated, even though like I can get very passionate, but I see in business, it is very important to stay calm because you're here for the long term. You're here for a long time. You want to look ahead. You want to stay calm and present to the moment. I hope that makes sense. But calm, I think, is a very, very important quality when it comes to money, whether it be making money or also managing money. I think both things are very important, very different, but very important. And I think being calm is a quality that helps you in both making money and managing money. Good. So we have clarity, we have courage, we have creativity, we have communication, we have calm. And then the next thing is consistency, right? The next thing is consistency, because if you're calm, you can be consistent. As I said in another video, that I think, especially now me today, like I'm sick. You have heard me cough. I'm not gonna cut it out. I'm sorry, but not sorry. Like, I make it easy for me, and I want you to see the flaws as well, because like my intention here is for you to see that I can deliver quality content even if it's not perfect. Yeah. So I want you to encourage you to also come on here and deliver quality content without being perfect. So consistency is about showing up no matter what. Showing up no matter what. I know that consistency is hard for many people, and I have understood why. Because we as people, many times it has to do with a lot of things in the past. I'm not going to go into that today, but in another video. But we as humans, we have been conditioned to want to be perfect. Right? Many times we want to be perfect. We want to come on here always looking glammed up, which I appreciate, absolutely. But this is not a beauty channel. But Like we want to look perfect, we want everything to look perfect, but why? We want to look perfect and all of that because we don't want to be vulnerable. We don't want to leave space for people to attack us. But let me tell you what, you're going to get attacked no matter what. So you might as well show up authentic and leave it out on the open, because then people don't even have to look for the flaw, because people always want to look for the flaw if somebody comes across too perfect. But all I'm trying to say here is that if you want to make money, you got to be consistent. And what helps you stay consistent is not putting the pressure on you to show up perfectly all the time. Right? You do not have to be perfect. You just have to show up and bring your best to the table, and your best will fluctuate depending on the day, depending on the season, right? But you got to stay at it every day, or every whatever your frequency is. Like no matter how often you have commit yourself to do something, but you got to show up. You got to be reliable, right? You got to communicate. We're back at it. It all interlinks with each other. But very important, consistency. Show up again and again, no matter how you feel. Come on to the plate, right? Come to the playground, go to the gym, come to YouTube. Whatever you want to achieve, gotta be consistent. Okay, perfect. So the next thing is, if you do all of those things, it's kind of a little bit in chronological order, not all the way, but it is a buildup, right? So we had clarity, courage, then we had creativity, we had communication, right? We had calm, and now we have consistency. And now we're at 7, and now it is about confidence. Confidence, right? So many people think they're either confident people or not confident people. Confidence is like a muscle, right? Confidence, some people have a lot of confidence, but real confidence is a muscle, and confidence can be built. And most of the time it is built. Like if somebody's super confident, it is built, right? And confidence is not loud. As I said, it can be calm confidence. Calm confidence, I think, is even more like it. That's the real confidence. But confidence is having done things wrong, right, feedback, and then having a conclusion, right? You do things over and over again until you get good at it. And only to get good at something, you have to repeat, right? You repeat again until you become good at it, and then better, great, right? So confidence is a muscle. Confidence can be built. So if you're not feeling confident right now, that's why I said courage in the beginning is so important, because before you have actual, real, authentic confidence, you will have to have courage. And this is can also be a little bit seen as the courage part is more of the like fake it until you make it. You don't have to even fake it, but you just show up. Like you just come. You just come to the table even though you've never been there, and it will take courage. It doesn't really take the confidence. Like I think it's even more real and authentic to be courageous and be like, yeah, I am here now, even though I am afraid. So yeah, there's one teacher that comes to mind, and she said, like, do it with your legs, like your legs shaking and your knees knocking, right? Like you're like, oh, and you're still coming on. So that's what you do again and again and again until it gets more calm, and then you build authentic confidence where you're like, yeah, I can do it because you've proven it to yourself. And this is also like self-confidence can be like in the same room with self-trust. You also build trust. You build trust with yourself by doing the things that you say you're going to do, and you do them again and again, perfect, imperfect, no matter what, you just do them. This is how you build self-trust and self-confidence. Okay, so two more things to go on, or one more thing to go until we end up at the cash. Okay, so number 8 is building community. We're still talking about how to make money, right? Like all of the things are money making tools. So one thing is building community. And I'm building community over here. Like if you want to be part of my community, if you want to create an extra income on social media, especially on YouTube, come into my community, right? Using again exactly what you have already, using your experiences, your skills, your talents, your story, right? In order for you to create money on YouTube. And this is what we are creating a community around, other like-minded individuals who want to serve, right, and make money helping others doing what they love. I mean, there's nothing more beautiful than that. What do you think? So it's about community. And it is also like what I also like to say about community is that it really, I think some people, they're like, oh no, I don't want to have to do with people or whatever. But it's not about a community that is codependent, right? It's more about a community where everybody is like really, really self-efficient and people already are mature enough to take responsibilities for what it is that they're doing. But it's yet, and this is why I always say it's so important to understand human nature. We are social beings, even if you are a loner, even if you are a hermit. Like I'm very much a hermit as well, but I still love my people, and I especially see the value in exchange with other like-minded individuals. I engage in, like as I said, I've and spend hundreds of thousands of euros into my personal development, which is always connected with surrounding yourself with people who are further along the path. That is community. Right now, I'm giving back to people who want to build something that is for them, right? So I think it's very important to be around like-minded individuals with the same goal and with their maybe the same questions, right? There needs to be a space where you can talk about the things that are on your mind, especially as an entrepreneur. There are different things you want to talk about. So if you don't have anybody in your direct circumstances that you can talk about making money, like shining your light on social media, whatever you want to call it, but it is important to have a community. We can also call it mastermind, right? Like if everybody thinks in the same direction, you can tap into that intelligence because one brain alone is not capable of thinking of all of the ideas, right? So you want to talk to other people who are tuned to the same frequency, like tuned to the same goal. They're on the same mission. Like that's so, 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 so valuable. Okay, building community and or being part of a community, contributing to a community. And number nine, and then we're taking this to an end, is the cash, right? Because that is what it takes. Number one, again, I'm going to repeat it, clarity. You got to know who you are. You got to know what you can bring, and you got to know who you're serving and what problem you're solving for them. Okay? Then takes courage because you've never done it before. You got to step out even on faith, if we want to call it that. We can call it faith, we can call it courage, right? Then it is about creativity, right? The creativity comes from within, self-source, right? You're not looking outside for solutions. You are coming up with the solution, aka creativity, right? Then it is about communication, communicating what you have done, what is going on here, what solution you have. You want to create a communion, right? In communication, like you and me thinking the same thing, right? So that's what happens in communication. I think then we have calm, right? Calm is really staying emotionally grounded. That's what I mean by calm. It's emotional mastery. It's about emotional, it's not necessarily about always being calm, right? I know that some days are like that, but in order to show up, you got to be calm because you see the long run. And Calm goes hand in hand with consistency because if you're like wishy-washy, wow, 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 you're going to be taken off track, right? So we want to be calm to stay consistent. Now, calm is more of the emotional component. And then consistency, do it again and again. Show up, show up, show up, looking good, looking crazy, looking messy, but you're going to continue to show up and get better along the way. Then it is about confidence, right? You build up the confidence while you're doing things perfect, imperfect, mediocre, great, brilliant, right? Not every shot is going to be the 1 million shot. And this is the number one key that I know that is what is holding back many creatives. Like when people have created something amazing already, whether it be a book or whatever in sports, whatnot, then the pressure most of the time is so high to achieve a similar great result again that it takes away the joy of creating. So many people like drop out. They drop out because they know not every day or not every season and not every creation is going to be the same. Sometimes it's the same quality, sometimes it's not, and that's okay. Right? If you give yourself permission to do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again, you are going to become more and more confident in your ability to create, but also there, let go because the outcome is not always going to be the same. But you're going to be confident in your ability to do it. Then it is about community because as an entrepreneur, as an artist, we don't necessarily do it for the validation, but we want to serve, right? We want to serve what we have to the community. And without a community, there's no real, we're not really here, right? We want to be seen. I like that. It's not necessarily about validation, but we want to be seen, we want to be heard, and we want to connect, right? There's another C, right? There are so many C's here, right? Like everything here is a C. We want to connect. I think even community is about connection. We want to connect with other people who feel or think the same way and like that we can grow with, right? And then the last thing is cash. Okay, so I know I repeated myself a lot of times, but sometimes I think repetition is the grandmother of learning. And cash is the last thing, right? I know it starts with cash and it ends with cash. It's like a full circle moment. Like we know we're in this game for like we want to make money. And I also know there's a deeper truth behind that. We want to create value for ourselves, for others, and that is going to make the thing real, right? It's really more about the value and the person you're becoming in the process because all of the things that I just mentioned, it's gonna take some personal refinement to be that person, right? So we're here and we're here for the journey. All right, so I hope that helped you. If you want real hands-on support from me, come over into the community. I would love to see you there. There are other like-minded individuals, other people who are on the same journey, building their own businesses, their own brands from scratch, really, and building the story, right? The message that they have in order to spread it, right? And make money doing what you love. Okay, so I'm looking forward to see you in the comments. Write down which of the C's you love the most. What is your takeaway? Like from all of the C's, which is the number one takeaway? And yeah, let me know if you're ready for the membership. I see you over there. And until then, stay dangerous. Bye.